Okay. So now I'm just gonna say, as you can see, this is quite long. It can maybe get mangled or matted down. If you try to wax it, you might need to trim. We're just gonna start a little sections just to see how much you can tolerate, and go from there. We're gonna test some wax cartridges to see if they work versus some other wax. But typically when it's this long, we usually have clients like trim or shave and wait a little bit, but we're gonna give it a try anyways. Of course, I never recommend doing this by yourself. It's good for a professional, but if you insist on doing it at home, I'll give you some tips and tricks. Okay. So we're first gonna start with some powder. This will just give it a good grip. And if you're sweaty or the client's sweaty, it just kind of helps. Okay. All right. So first we're going to test just a little bit of regular wax, soft wax. Typically what you do is you go in the direction of the hair and then remove opposite that direction. That's not always the case, but most likely. You're going to apply pressure, you're going to hold the skin taut, and you never pull up. You always pull parallel to the skin. If you pull up, you could risk tearing the skin. So here we go. We're going to hold that skin taut. I'm going to tell the client to breathe in and breathe out, and then we're going to put pressure. And as you can see, that worked pretty well. And there is our small animal. Chris, how did that feel on a scale of 1 to 10? How did that feel?
5.
Okay, 5. All right, so we're gonna just set some of this here so you can see it later. So that obviously was really great. We're gonna try now some cartridge wax. This typically is really great because it's hot, it warms up, it comes like this. That's what it looks like. It's very cost effective. It's a soft wax. And what we do is we lay the strip down. Hopefully you guys can see this. And we're gonna go 45-degree angle. And we're just gonna kind of go like this until we see that it's coming out. And that's great. And I have seen people, let's just start with this. I have seen people put the wax on the wax strip and then lay it down and then remove it. 1, 2, 3, breathe out. Okay, and that worked as well. But sometimes, typically they'll just roll the wax cartridge out onto the skin. So, we're testing a few of these things. So they both worked so far. Now we're gonna actually take that cartridge and we're gonna go right along the hair and then remove it. We'll give you some tips and tricks on that. Cartridge waxing is amazing because it is cost effective. You do want to only use it on the same client because of sanitation reasons, obviously. You don't want to roll that on anyone else other than the client. But you are going to take this, and Chris, you let me know if this is too hot, okay, when I apply it. And you're still going to kind of want to go in the direction of the hair at a 45-degree angle with the cartridge. How does that feel? Hot?
Warm.
Warm. Okay, so good. So it's not too hot. We've got a thin layer. You can see we went in the direction of the hair, and we're going to take the wax strip. This is Pellin. I cut them ahead of time, and we're just going to put some pressure. We're going to hold that skin taut, and then again, remember, never pull up, pull parallel to the skin. I'm going to have the client breathe in and out. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna apply pressure because that helps with the pain. There again, check it out. It's pretty great. I think I'm really liking these cartridges because what they'll do is, it's just so cheap for those cartridges that, and it does large areas that are typically pretty difficult really quickly. So we love that. How are you doing? How did that feel out of 10 pain-wise?
5.
5 again. Okay, are you still good to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a big bare spot in the back. It's normal to see some pinpoint bleeding. That is great. And since a lot of you DIYers are not going to go see a professional and you're going to do it yourself anyways, I'm just trying to give you some tips and tricks. All right, here we go. So now, his hair is growing in a couple of different directions. So I'm just kind of trying to identify which way that grows. And so for him, he actually has some hair coming up, growing like this, like a Sasquatch. So here we go, 45-degree angle. I'm going to do 2 strips. And we're also going to kind of come down here because we missed that little strip. Okay, I'm going to put it back in the warmer so that it stays warm. We're going to take our little strip. How you doing, Chris? Always check in with the person and make sure they're doing okay. Hey, doing good? Okay, and we're going to go this direction just to see. I can't quite tell where that direction of that hair is going. Breathe in and out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got a little bit. There's still a little bit more there. Let's see if we can... Oh, I bonked his head. All right. Pretty good. Okay. So we've got this. We're going to come around here. Okay, and we're going to kind of rub it in the direction of the hair growth. And I'm going to remove it opposite the direction of the hair growth. Okay, I'm going to have you breathe in and out. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to hold. That probably was pretty painful. As you can see, that's pretty thick. How are you feeling, Chris?
Good.
Excellent. Okay. So we're doing good. I'm going to do this other one. Breathe in and out. Okay. And as you can see, it's coming off pretty quick. I'm loving these cartridges. Loving, loving, loving them, because typically this would take me a lot longer with regular wax. I think they still have the same effectiveness. This is just a little quicker. So we're going to go a little quicker and just have you guys watch. Okay. Are you okay to go fast if I go fast, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not going to count. I'm just going to have you breathe in and breathe out. I'll just count to 3 fast. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You're pretty tough, Chris.